Okay, what do we got here?
I think it's a Salesman sample from Bigelow Aerospace. Basically, this company tried to sell like a timeshare in space for businesses to do research.
Okay, so this was like some company that was going to build satellite stations and sell them to people.
Rent it to them.
Wouldn't you want your own space station?
Oh, yeah, always. I'm here at the pawn shop today to try to sell my Bigelow Aerospace Salesman sample. The Salesman sample is made out of aluminum, and it shows you all the characteristics that will happen in the real space station. I'm asking $700 for my Bigelow Salesman sample.
It's really, really interesting. I think it's really cool. Where did you get this?
I go garage sale and look for stuff for my man cave, and I came across this at a garage sale.
So it's a Salesman sample of what?
It's a prototype so you can see what it looks like in space.
And this is...
That's the book I got with it when I purchased it.
Okay. Obviously, this company had the business model of, we're going to make these modules right here, push them into space, and you get your own Skylab or whatever. And this is like one of the models, like lease this to do like space experiments.
Yeah.
All right. I'm kind of baffled. I mean, I've not heard of Bigelow Aerospace. 2011 seems a little early because I don't think SpaceX and them were doing stuff like this back then. But, I mean, I imagine that they were planning on eventually getting this thing in space and charging these leasing rates, 195 million bucks.
Could be.
How much do you want for it?
I'd like to get 700 if I could.
Okay. I mean, I have a million questions on this thing. I've never seen one before. So if you can hang out for a little bit, I'll go call somebody and get him down here, because I actually know a guy who probably knows everything about this. All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
There's a guy in the shop with an item that he thinks is a Bigelow Aerospace Salesman sample. I want more information about this item before I can make an offer. So I've called in the man who will know, the beard of knowledge.
Hey, Rick.
Mark.
How you doing?
Amazing. This young man right here has this flux capacitor.
No, it's a Bigelow Aerospace model. That's cool.
Never heard of him.
Really?
I mean, all I do is I got this book here where they'll charge you like $1 gazillion to rent one.
Yes. Well, that was the whole idea behind this. I mean, you know who Robert Bigelow is, right?
Sounds familiar.
Robert Bigelow owned Budget Suites, and he decided to get into aerospace and commercial aerospace. So he came up with the idea of an expandable unit that you could shoot into space. What he was looking at was a commercial space station where you could rent time in the space station. This way it would actually be cheaper than to pay NASA for time on the International Space Station. The idea was not necessarily bad, but this actual concept got canceled when he worked out a deal with NASA to actually build a different version of this that did go into space and is actually connected to the International Space Station. I'm really curious, where did you get this?
I got it at the garage sale a couple miles from here.
Why do I never stop at these garage sales?
Well, thanks, man. I know everything about it now. You're the best.
Thank you. And thank you for letting me see it. Good to meet you.
You too.
I told you you'd know everything there is to know about it. I mean, I'll give you 300 bucks. I'm not even going to negotiate. That's what I'm going to do. Here's the reason why. It's like, if I didn't know about it, that means, like, almost everybody doesn't know about it.
Yeah, I realize that. I think I'm about to pass because I'll just keep it on my shelf in my man cave for a while then.
Okay, if you change your mind,
I
bring
know
it
where you
back.
live.